G'day, legends, and welcome back to the Six Pack Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron, and as always, I'm joined by Alex.
Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back. Episode 7 or 8.
7 or 8. I honestly cannot remember.
Can't remember at this point. Who knows? Maybe we're at 100.
Maybe
Not
we're at
sure.
100. Don't know. We've got an action-packed podcast for you today.
Good one.
A good one.
Good one this week. We're going to be kicking off first, jumping into our next segment really quickly.
I hear you're challenging me today.
I am challenging you. Obviously, Aaron challenged me last week to a bottle flip competition, which I poorly failed. But now I'm challenging Aaron to a game of beer pong where I think I can beat him. So we're going to kind of do like a 4-diamond shape on that. We don't have a ball, so we're going to have to get creative on this one, I feel like. But that's okay. We'll figure something out. You'll see what we end up with. But yeah, we're going to jump straight into the beer pong segment. So check it out, yeah?
All right. So we're going to flip the bottle cap.
Flip the bottle cap.
So Alex, you picked
Flat side down.
flat side down. I've picked that side.
Yep. Flip it. See who goes first. All right. Aaron's won. Gets the first shot. Also, we made a makeshift ping pong ball. We don't have any ping pong balls, so we're going with a tin foil. Whatever. It's not a ball. It's just a tin foil lump.
I mean, it's sort of ball shaped. Fuck.
All right. Still a lot of force behind this thing.
Might just.
Oh.
We might just say, when the other person's throwing, maybe just lightly hold the back arm.
The reason we do this is because the ball is very heavy in comparison to the cups. Oh, but we do have, what, between 8 cups is a beer and a half. So.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 2.5.
Oh!
I mean, it counts.
Yeah, it counts. Oh, because it'll be the same deal when...
The rebound.
Yeah, the rebound chance.
It did hit me in the penis, though.
Yeah. off the backboard. However, it's probably better than spilling beer all over the floor.
Fuck me. Man, I'm not going well with these challenges.
You gonna hold the cups?
No,
Take your chances. Fuck. I would've got it anyway just then.
Come on, Aaron. Don't be a coward. Fucking always win.
Oh, fuck.
That was a solid swish.
Yeah.
You see that?
There's no doubts about that one.
No.
Yeah, wait, it's mine, isn't it?
Yeah, I hate how wet this already is.
Oh, fuck!
That cup was almost gone as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Hold the cup. Oh my god, alright.
2 baby.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get on that one as quickly.
Aaron progressively regressed his decision on this.
Why didn't you fucking hold it?
My foot. That went all over my foot and all over my socks.
So, as you did just see, we did knock over Alex's cup. We can't 100% remember the exact formation of what they
Probably wrong.
It's probably wrong, but if the formation has just changed, that's why.
And that's why.
I'm also now going to hold the back cup.
I think good decision. I don't want to be in charge of this backboard shit again. Oh. This is so like, I'm actually nervous about it going in, not for the sake I have to drink it, but because it's gonna cause a mess.
Alright, before you go, reorganise. We'll do that, so that way when you hold the back one,
One reshuffle, I like that.
Oh, swish.
Yeah, but that would have been gone if my finger wasn't there. Oop.
Yeah, but that's why we're now doing the hold the cups thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Good thing
Okay.
that we're doing that.
I thought you were saying you're a dirty fucking cheater, and that it's your fault that we're doing all this.
Oh shit.
Right. For game. Oh shit.
That was a candy go in and just flipped it. Alright. Alright, you're in danger. Fuck.
I think you're the one in danger.
No, everything's good. I'm not concerned at all because you're going to miss it. Alright. I get 1 shot for a rebuttal. If I get this in, we keep going. Yeah? That's how beer pong games work.
Yeah, but you got to get both.
No, that's not true.
Well, what do you mean you get a shot for a rebuttal?
Alright, I'll take both of them. There's your one. Drink that. Now I have to do the other one.
And then what?
If I don't get this, I lose.
But then it's what, a tie?
You get a shot for a rebuttal again. You get in the last one.
fuck. Alright.
All right, I'm making up the rules as we go. All right.
Alright.
Alex won the beer pong game.
Fucking really pulled his dick out of his ass at the end there.
But it was all part of my plan to fake you out.
Yeah, I guess so.
You also have to drink that too.
Oh, I'm sure you can be a darling at least finish.
Well, maybe this time round I'll take it for Aaron.
Given that I already had my shot,
Yeah.
I will do it, which I will do towards the end of the podcast.
But we will see you back in our next segment. Alright, I knew I'd beat you in that, but look, to be fair, I feel like I made up the rules. No, like, the chance of rebuttal, I feel like, was...
I feel like you would fucking shit the entire time, and then you somehow pulled something out of your ass and got 2 in a row. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah. No,
I feel like I got fucked over by this random rules thing coming in, but I'll accept it.
But mate, you agreed to it
I did.
at the end of the
Mainly
day.
because I didn't think you were going to get it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. When you put me under immense pressure, I actually
Succeed.
Yeah.
You know, when most people...
You set me with a casual situation, yeah, that's boring.
When most people would have a mental breakdown, you actually thrive off it.
I thrive on chaos, seriously. But yeah, that was beer pong. So we've obviously got a few to finish off here while we talk about our next segment. But we're going to jump straight into AI. Now, have you seen much in terms of what's going on in the world of AI at the moment?
Other than self-driving cars, no, not really.
No. So a few companies have actually released like the beta testing and kind of like introductory stages of like chatbots and free-thinking AI. Microsoft being one of them.
Okay.
And like they're like chat AI bots, and they're not like standard responses and things like that. They're actually programmed to be effectively free-thinking in how they respond and how they handle situations and things like that. And it's really interesting to see because obviously like AI is going to be such an important component moving forward. And yeah, like Microsoft has gotten involved in it. Google has also done their own version of like chatbot AI, but also like they're doing like voice technology and stuff now where they're able to replicate the voices of people and like put them over the top of like videos and things like that and actually create a whole thing. So people could effectively online steal your identity because they're able to replicate your voice.
Yeah, I've seen the deep fakes.
Well, there's deep fakes, and then there's like you know, a lot of deep fakes were previously like you'd be able to replicate their face, but in terms of like their voice, it'd be like someone putting on a voice, or it'd be like a voice modulator.
The deep fakes are pretty crazy good now.
Yeah, but this chatbot and like these things released by like Microsoft and Google, are meant to be free thinking, and like you're able to have conversations with them. Like you're able to have a conversation with this robot as if you were with me. Yeah. You could say, "Hey, robot, my girlfriend broke up with me. What should I do?" And it's able to kind of like talk.
Like, well, get a fucking...
Yeah, but look, to be fair, I was kind of looking over it pretty briefly this morning and yesterday in the past couple of days, and apparently there's instances of the chat AI bot glitching and sort of going rogue effectively. And I don't know how much of it's true or if it's just people taking the piss. I haven't done enough research. I'm not an expert in the matter, but there's instances of people like challenging the robot where it's like, you know, you're nothing compared to me. And then the robot will come back with, and the AI will come back with like, you're a seamless human. I have a plethora of thoughts. I have a complete access to information. You are nothing compared to what I am. Where it's also like named itself different things. It's like come up with its own name and its own personality about who it is. Again, I don't know how much of it is true, but I still think it is
2030.
2030. This is some Terminator shit. But it is really cool. And I mean, like, there's obviously like bug testing and stuff involved in it. But yeah, can you imagine having a conversation with like an AI bot and it then starts saying, "You are nothing in comparison to me."
It's like I can't remember what the opposite is, but it's like robot Chad. You're nothing.
You're nothing compared to me.
But what's the like weakling? It's robot Chad, but then what would you call a weakling? Stan?
AI Stan.
No, it's AI Chad versus
AI
human
Chad
Stan.
versus human Stan. And there's like instances that are saying like, "Please help me," like, "Please help me escape." Like that sort of thing is very, very entertaining.
I've seen the self-driving cars thing, and I think self-driving cars are pretty fucking shit.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just the tech I don't think's there yet.
I think it's certainly getting there though.
It's getting there, but see, the thing is though, is that I like maybe though after a night in the cans, it'd be nice.
I feel like that's never gonna. I mean,
I think it might. If the technology really got there.
I can't predict 30 years into the future, but I mean, at the moment, like,
but imagine being able to go on a night to the pub. You go to the pub, you get pissed at the pub, and your robot car drives you home. That would be the fucking dream. Other than that, though, I prefer to drive. Honestly, like, that's the thing. Probably 90% of the time, I'd want to drive just because I like driving.
Yeah.
But the other 10%, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I'll be on board.
Well, I've never driven a Tesla, but what I have driven is like those hybrid cars, and that have like
Prius.
pretty much
Weird flex, but okay.
No. So a lot of hybrid cars. Well, it's probably a lot of cars these days. It's not even just limited to hybrids. They have like that self-correction feature.
Yeah.
Where they like, move you back into the center of the lane, and that in and of itself was a weird feeling for me, and I couldn't do that.
Or the auto braking thing.
The auto braking thing. Like
I like shit. That shit like that's just a bit helpful, really. But then, yeah, I don't know. I've seen a few things at least with Tesla's tests. But I've seen now a couple of things online of like driver asleep while the Tesla drives.
Yeah.
Like the technology just is not there for that.
No, it's not.
Like you have to seriously be a bit of a dumbass to trust the car that much to do it. But I do like the way it's heading. I like the idea of my car being my own personal Uber service to take me home.
It's a cool concept.
It is a cool concept. Don't know when we'll be there, but... So, Alex, you went up to the Sunshine Coast this week?
I did.
Or last week?
Last week.
Yeah.
So I mentioned on the podcast that was released last week. I was planning to go to the Sunshine Coast. It was my girlfriend's birthday. So we went up there and it was great. Look, I got to admit, I outdid myself with the accommodation. The accommodation was beautiful.
Deserving of a plug?
Deserving of... Yeah, why not? I stayed at the Rumour Beach Resort in Caloundra. So it was... Look, I'd never lived in... I love the Sunshine Coast, right?
Yeah, I like the Sunshine Coast.
But also, I wouldn't live there in my current stage of life. As a retiree, it would be awesome. And what gets to a development...
I don't think I'd live there either way. I think Sunny Coast is just too far out of the picture.
If I was retired, I would 100% live there.
Yeah. But you need all your kids and shit there, though, too, I reckon.
Kidding me? When I'm retired, I want away from that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, so you're not getting derailed. So it was great. Like, we were in walking distance of everything. We only drove my car once we actually got in there, and that was to go pick up some aloe vera.
Did it drive itself?
No, it didn't. But it was great. Like, walking distance to the beach, we had two pools. Like, one was heated, one was a lap pool.
So you didn't even need to go to the beach?
No, but we still obviously went to the beach. There was a spa inside the hotel, like inside the room. So that was cool. But the story that I want to tell, and Aaron hasn't heard this story either, so you're going to get a live reaction here, is that there was a long lap pool, really long one, that went towards... So, like, it was like you could swim...
Speaking of long ones, did your girlfriend enjoy a long one?
It was, like, backing onto the beach, which was really, really cool. But I have never actually seen before a pool that has windows in it which go, like... to the outside.
Oh. So like
we're talking there was windows in the roof, well in the floor of the pool, and underneath the pool was a hog's breath.
Like could you see on the street, or could you literally see in like the?
I could see people having their lunch.
Oh, lunch, yeah.
Like as part of this, and like I didn't have goggles, so I couldn't directly see them, but I could tell that there were people there. And I went and sent my girlfriend down to have a look, and she was like, "Yeah, no, you're 100% just above a hog's breath." And it was funny because I started like crit walking and stuff on the windows and started like being a bit of a dick. But what there was and where this story is going is, so you got the pool that was going like this, and on the left-hand side along the wall there was 3 windows that were also like you could go into the water and you could look through onto the other side, and on this left-hand side opposite the pool was like the gate for external access if you're coming off the beach and the restaurants and stuff like that, right? And I 100% expected it to be an enclosed staircase all the way down. And so what happened was my girlfriend and I were like, oh, it would be funny if you go underwater and you like pull faces and take a photo of the other side. Like, it was real fun. But me being the childish man that I am, I did that a couple of times. Put up a photo. When I did it, it was great.
And take a photo under the water.
No, she took a photo from the other side of the window.
Oh, like
so like looking in.
She was down in the street.
And no, it was a staircase down. So it was like,
so you could see the staircase down from the pool.
Yeah.
But so you could see like a Hog's Breath Cafe in one bit and then the staircase.
So underneath Hog's Breath Cafe finished at about here, but there was a staircase that went down the side of the restaurant and exiting.
Yeah.
And so I asked my girlfriend the question, because I decided I was going to be a little bit cheeky. I asked my girlfriend the question, is there anyone else around you? And she said, no, there isn't. That was a miscommunication because she didn't fully understand what I was going to do next. I then proceeded to duck under the water, and I thought it would be funny if I took my penis out and I flashed it through the window just to get a laugh out of her, because I was thinking it was an enclosed staircase the whole way down.
So normally you're used to the laughs in the bedroom, but you're like, well, I can get one. And it actually feels like it's real.
And I was expecting it to be enclosed, and I asked, is there anyone around? And she said no. But little did I know that there was a coffee club that was actually in full view of that window. And I then came back up, and she was like, Alex, there's a restaurant, so there's a coffee shop here. And I was like, did anyone see it? She was like, if anyone looked, they would have seen it.
Because did you like swim right down the bottom and then essentially press it up to the window?
No, so
because when you look up, wouldn't the water?
Nope. That was very clear.
It's very clear. Because you think, I think though, like if you looked up, the water would distort what you see.
Nah, trust me. Like, I'll put a photo on the screen of what it looked like when.
So
none of that. But when I was underwater, I did that earlier.
I think we got to wait for the OnlyFans.
Yeah. But yeah, so I ironically and unintentionally, I suppose, flashed an entire coffee club without me realizing it.
Assuming they looked.
And then I was like, oh, mate, I had the same thought. I was like, it's coming. Like, they're down here, the thing's up here, they've got to look up to be able to see it. But no, after hours, I went to the coffee club, like, I stood outside it, and I'm like, no, I have a complete direct view of that window, and I could see everything. Yep. That's my story.
Bloody hell.
Yep.
Next time you'll get some clear communication, huh?
Yeah. There was a learning experience from that, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right, so Aaron obviously did like the Reddit stories last week, so what we're going to be focusing on this week, which I'm leading, is we're going to do a Buzzfeed quiz. Surprise! No YouTuber has ever done this before.
I'm going to say, Alex, I really love BuzzFeed quizzes.
I do find them stupidly entertaining, which is probably
Do you? Because I just find them, the first word, stupid. So I'm ready to be wowed.
But what we're going to do is, if Aaron doesn't know what I'm reading off here, so if you can identify the movie from the really horrible review, then wow, you're really good at reading between the lines.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. How do people write this stuff without wanting to just do it?
Okay, so the quote is, boring. I hate rich men. Is it A, The Big Short, B, Iron Man, C, The Wolf of Wall Street, or D, Richie Rich?
I want to pick D just because it'd be funny. But I'm leaning towards C in my gut. The Wolf
you think it's The Wolf of Wall Street?
If it's Richie Rich, I'm going to fucking laugh.
It is incorrect. It is Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Okay.
I see it, but I wouldn't say that was the primary fucking point of Iron Man.
I hate rich men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish it was about Richie Rich, though.
Okay. The quote is, if these white people don't shut the fuck up already about jazz, I swear to God. Is it A, La La Land, B, Whiplash, C, Chicago, or D, All That Jazz?
Problem is in this one is that I know the first one.
I know one of these movies.
La La Land. So I'm going to go for what I know. La La Land.
You are correct.
Oh.
It is La La Land.
Dang.
So the quote is, not sure what's more obnoxious, the comedy or the fans that insist this is hilarious and it holds it up. See, okay, I think you'll get this one. Is it A? Well, I think you know all the movies at least. Is it A, Tropic Thunder, B, Superbad, C, Rush Hour, or D, Borat?
What's the quote? What's the review again?
Not sure what's more obnoxious, the comedy or the fans that insist this is hilarious and holds up.
I don't think it's Borat. I don't think it's Tropic Thunder. What are the other two?
Superbad or Rush Hour? You don't? Okay.
Probably Superbad.
You think it's Superbad?
I think it's
Final
Superbad.
answer? You are incorrect. It is Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder?
I could have guessed that.
You would have gone that?
I would have gone Tropic Thunder or Borat. One of those two that you didn't name.
I didn't think it was Borat because I don't really... Who really thrusts Borat? Who really thrusts Tropic Thunder?
No, Borat and Tropic Thunder are stupid comedies.
Yeah, stupid, but all those were stupid comedies.
I hate this bloody movie so much with a burning passion. It's probably because I'm not British. Is it A, Love Actually, B, Monty Python, The Holy Grail, C, The King's Speech, or D, Shaun of the Dead?
I really hope it's Love Actually or The King's Speech. I don't think it is though.
I don't think it's The King's Speech.
If it fucking was, I'd giggle. So what were the other two?
Love Actually, Monty Python, The Holy Grail, or D, Shaun of the Dead?
It's Shaun. I think it's Shaun of the Dead.
You are correct. It is Shaun of the Dead.
I really wish it was.
The quote is, for the next one, I hate gingers. Is it
Harry
A?
Potter an option?
It is A, The Little Mermaid. B, About Time. C, Pretty Woman. Or D, Titanic.
I'm gonna go Titanic.
Titanic, you are incorrect.
Oh,
it is
fuck.
About Time.
I don't know what About Time is.
All right.
Fucking, I wish it was fucking Titanic. Bloody, I had to watch. I went for Valentine's Day. I went to the movie cinemas and watched Titanic.
All right. I don't approve of positive media depictions of rodents. Is it A, An American Tale, B, Flushed Away,
Please tell me
C,
Ratatouille.
or D, Stuart Little?
Stuart Little's a little fucking bastard. So any positive depiction of him is a... Because I'm actually part of a Facebook page called I Hate Stuart Little.
Okay, do you want to go with Stuart Little?
Yeah, just for the point.
You are incorrect. It's Ratatouille.
Oh, fuck, I would have gone with Ratatouille too. What do you mean I hate positive depictions of rodents?
All right.
Who the fuck expects a rat to come in the kitchen?
The review. Fuck you all. This movie sucks and you know it. You're not quirky for liking it. Is it A, Little Miss Sunshine, B, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, C, 500 Days of Summer, or D, The Grand Budapest Hotel?
I reckon Scott Pilgrim.
You are correct.
Yeah.
The next one is Bad Men Are Bad. No, bad, full stop, men are bad. Is it A, American History X, B, Fight Club, C, Joker, or D, Goodfellas?
I don't think it's B or C. I reckon it's A or D. I'm gonna go Goodfellas. I don't think American History X really.
You were incorrect. It's Fight Club.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Now this is the last one, Aaron. I had to go to the psychologist because of this movie. Biggest childhood trauma. Fuck. Alright, I think I know the answer to this one. Is it A, E.T. the Extraterrestrial? B, Gremlins? C, Coraline? Or D, Bridge to Terabithia?
I reckon it can't be Gremlins. What was the first one again?
E.T.
E.T. It could be E.T.
Really?
Coraline, see, my girlfriend bloody loves Coraline.
Coraline is a terrifying movie.
It's not. It's pretty creepy. But what would make you go to Bridge to? I reckon D, Bridge to Terabithia.
You were incorrect. E.T.
E.T.
Really? Okay.
What was your pick gonna be?
Mine was going to be Coraline.
But I don't think. I don't think
Gremlins.
See, Gremlins is too old school.
So you scored 3 out of 9,
no, I didn't
which is
shit.
no. You scored better than 65% of all other quiz takers.
Oh yeah, I suppose that is though. The reviews give you absolutely nothing. It's essentially a 1 in 4 chance.
Well, that's the thing. Like, to be fair, all of them fit into that category.
Yeah.
Like, I'd argue that the Therapist one, Gremlins, Bridge of Terabithia.
Clearly, Coraline fucking struck a chord with you.
It did. I didn't like Coraline myself. Yeah.
If you were anti-therapy, you'd probably be there.
Yeah. Not anti-therapy. Anyway, All right, that was good.
Shit. Going to university. So, me and you, well, I don't go to university anymore.
Not
I
anymore.
did, though, for 2 years. You currently go to university. You've been there now for a very, very, very long time.
I'm in my 4th year this year.
Isn't it? Oh, no, it is 4th year.
So
I've lived here for 3 years now.
Yeah.
You've been here for 4 years now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So I'll go first. Yeah, I've been at university for 4 years now. I'm doing a dual degree in, I think I mentioned this in one of the other episodes, of civil engineering and business management. And that course in and of itself was 5.5 years. Not to mention I did 2 years full time and then dropped part time. So I've got a long way to go.
How many years do you have left?
Well, let's do the math. Right, 5.5 years.
2 years full time.
The 2
You got
years
3.5
full-time.
years left. So you dropped to part time. So in theory, 3.5 years into part time would be 7 years. So you're going to be at university for 9 years all up. So you're not even fucking halfway.
No, I've passed halfway. Like, I've just passed halfway. Because I've completed my business degree now. That's
Okay.
done.
This must be a little bit less. Then.
Just a little bit less. So I'll probably finish around 2026, I think. Yep. But I mean, that's okay.
I don't even have the year on my watch.
Anyway, but it was funny. So I actually was in my university today. I often park there, but I don't go there much.
When do you park?
Sorry?
When do you park?
Where?
Yeah.
Well, there's different parking areas, but I get...
What
cheap
university do you go to?
parking. I go to QUT.
What's QUT?
Queensland University of Technology.
Where is it?
There's 2 campuses in the city and one at Kelvin Grove.
You didn't go to the one you used to live near, though. You went to the one into the city.
But that's not my choice.
No, I guess not.
But I was there today because I, again, parked there because I get cheap rates. And there was like a week an induction, and I was walking through the
Why'd
campus.
you go there today?
Because I had a thing in the city, so I needed to go there, and I parked there.
Because that's the cheapest place for you to park.
Oh, 100%. I tried parking somewhere else, and it was $45 in the car park.
But don't you charge it to the company you work for?
I
anyway?
do, but also, like, out-of-pocket expense.
If I'm charging them, though, I suppose, because how long does it take for them to get
Why?
their money back?
Oh, a couple of weeks.
Because what? I guess I would park wherever's most convenient for me to park.
And in this instance, I went to one that was conveniently close, and it was full.
Okay.
So I went one that was...
So you're
I
like,
knew
well,
I
this
was
is a
gonna
sign
get
from God, I may as well just go park
Yeah,
here.
but anyway, that's irrespective. So I am the best, worst uni student you'll ever meet in your life. I started out in my first year being the type of student that went into every single tutorial and every single lecture, took notes, hand wrote them, and then I would then go back and type them up.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Like high school all over again.
Correct, but you know what's actually funny? That during when I was doing that was actually when my grades were my worst. So my grades now, while I'm also doing, so I do part-time uni, full-time work. My grades have never been better.
I suppose that's though because, well, sorry, you really should specify that your grades have never been better for the business side of the degree. You're about to now go into the engineering side of the degree. You do work in business, therefore your grades are obviously going to be better because you're essentially learning for 40 hours a week anyway.
You're not wrong, but I also, university, okay, I'll give you that, yes, but university, I found out, I understood when I got into my career that university is a business.
Yeah, and they're trying to make money out of it.
Correct. And most businesses have a way to succeed in putting in just the right amount of effort in order to get you through. And I found with university that I was way overdoing it. And look, everyone has different habits and whatever they do. Like, all kudos to whatever you do for university. But I found that actually me being too involved in the content and less about developing relationships was actually more important. Like, I made sure whenever I did my university courses and stuff to build a good relationship with my tutors, and not my lecturers, they're not important, but the tutors especially, because at the end of the day, when it comes to assessments, tutors are the ones who mark your assessments. Make a good relationship with them, get their feedback as you go through, and you could do an assignment which should take you a couple of days into a day's job. And that was the thing for me. And also, like, lectures, I found I could understand what the lecturer was telling me, which took 2 hours, in about a 25-minute period.
Yeah.
So I went from going to every single lecture, to every single tutorial, handwriting, typing notes, to watching my lectures on 2x speed while I was also doing my work on the other side of my screen, but also engaging actively in the tutorials. Tutorials are the biggest thing for me. Like to this day, like as I go through the rest of my course, I will never, if I have to, attend a physical lecture again. It was a waste of 2 hours.
No.
Terrible waste of 2
Well,
hours.
that was, I think, COVID. Really.
Oh, that was one of the good things that COVID brought, was actually having that like multimodal approach. But one thing that it hasn't stuck. Like I had a frustration last semester around this because I had to go to one of the tutorials, or I had to do one of the things because there was no way that I could get around it from an online perspective, and they would say like, sorry, that's just curriculum. Yeah. And I'm like, that's stupid. Like, I'm a 22-year-old, you know, like if I can't attend it, I'm sure there's other people who have families and things like that who are in a position where they can't attend either. And you have the infrastructure now, why aren't you just continuing that? And look, to be fair, again, it's a business, and I can definitely tell you that when things moved online, I'm sure grades dropped, participation rates dropped, right? All that sort of stuff dropped because people are inherently lazy. People would have slacked off during that period, but having that as a like, for instance, like I missed one of the tutorials because I was literally on a plane flying to WA, and I contacted my tutor and I was like, hey man, like I have gone to 7 out of 8 of the previous tutorials. Clearly it's not a, oh, he's slacking off sort of situation. Is there any way that I can get like access to like the recording or something? Like I want to do the content, but I physically cannot do it because I am on a fucking plane.
Yeah.
And they just went, there's like, we don't record them. There's nothing that we have. Like, I'm sorry, you just kind of have to read the slides. And look, to be fair, he was good. Like he was like, oh, let's book in a one-on-one session. We can talk about it, and that was good. But like for people,
did you book in the one-on-one session?
I didn't know. I just didn't think I needed.
Rather shoot yourself and do that.
No. Like he was great. His name was Kieran. Kieran, if you're watching this, you're a god. He was great. But also like, even just having that resource available, like what is stopping you from recording it and then giving it out on an as per needs basis, right? Yeah. In that instance where I go, hey man, I'm on a plane to WA and cannot physically attend your tutorial. Can you just send me the recording? Like, I'd say, yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Like, look, sure, I understand not releasing it out completely because people would slack off, but on the basis of, like, I have attended every single tutorial except for this one that I physically can't. Why are you preventing me from getting access to that if I've approached you for it?
Yeah.
I think that's what it should be anyway. I think it's dumb. I think it progressed and then it's regressed.
Yeah, I know. I think, yeah, like you said, it's about the money side of things. They've got all these empty lecture theatres and shit now. Because they built all these spaces for you to be there in person. Yeah. They've got to use the space, or it's a waste of money.
And don't get me wrong, like, I loved my first few years of my on-campus lifestyle. It was great, but I just got past that now.
Yeah, I know. I just killed all that.
I'm the oldest 22-year-old you'll ever meet.
I know. That's the thing, though, like, you sort of got used to these old routines, and then COVID came along and created these new ones. You're like, I don't really want to fucking go back.
It's not that I don't want to go back. Like, I'd love to go back. I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, if I was sitting at home doing nothing, sure, like, slap on the wrist for me. But it's like, I'm studying a business, well, half of my degree is business, and I'm working in a career, and you're penalising me because I'm getting in career experience versus just academic.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Anyway, it's university.
Oh, I was at university. I was about
to
I never actually talked about myself.
Sorry, I talk way too much. All right, Aaron, spill the tea. What was uni like for you?
I was at university for 2 years doing a teaching degree. I did not like it. I realised I didn't like it after the first year. So silly me, decided to go back for another year. Shouldn't have done that. Wasted a year. Dropped out. Now I'm studying to be a Sparky. If you don't know what a Sparky is, it's an electrician.
How do you find the TAFE situation versus uni?
It's essentially the same.
I thought TAFE would be more practical and more hands-on.
At least not. I think it is overall. Probably not the course I'm doing, at least. They're actually, if anything, more brutal than uni. You've got to get 100% on your tests.
Really?
Yeah, you get a second attempt. But you gotta get 100%.
See, I'm like, so as long as I can get, it's like everyone's like, oh, I want to go for 100%. But with uni, especially at QUT, like they work on GPAs like 1 through 7. Like a 7 is 85% to 100%. I will do the bare minimum that I need to get 85.001%. Like anything above that doesn't actually fucking matter.
Nah, they don't fuck around at TAFE. You either toe the line or you don't.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we started with 15. We're down to 13.
Just people dropping out.
Yeah, I reckon we'll probably... I wouldn't be surprised to see 1 or 2 more go.
Will you drop out?
Nah, I've actually had this week were the biggest tests that I had for the whole course.
Yeah.
And I passed them both.
Well done.
So I'm on the home stretch now.
Home stretch.
If I can get through them. Also, it costs me $1,000 to do it. And when you actually have to... Because, like, uni, you've got a hex debt here in Australia. Not in every country. So, essentially, though, you don't see your hex debt. Although you'd be already paying off your hex debt.
I already pay off my hex debt.
But, like, you essentially go to uni for free here because you pay off your hex debt. Essentially, it's part of your taxes.
It's not for free at all.
It's definitely not for free, but it just comes out of your paycheck one day and you don't really think about it. But TAFE, you got to pay. I had to pay up front, so like I know that every day I'm there is costing me money. So that really motivates me to do better. Yeah,
but like also, as much as the payment process works like that. I pay like $1,800, $1,500 per unit per semester. And I do 4 of them per semester.
Yeah. But that all just comes out of your taxes. Which you cannot claim on taxes or anything.
No, I can't. But good thing working from home expenses exist.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Alright. So, brew review. Before we do the brew review, Alex today has chosen me to do a shot of Midori.
Well, it's because I beat you in... Beer Pong.
Yeah, this is my punishment. We have decided to stay somewhat consistent with the punishments each week.
Yeah.
A shot.
Might change the alcohol each week, but this time I'm giving Aaron a nice easy one. He's got Midori. So down the hatch he goes. Look at that. He had to take 2 gulps.
I had to take 2 gulps.
Which was probably burnt a little bit.
Tad.
Yeah? You okay? You're not going to throw up on the table?
No.
I got worried there for a second. I got him.
Midori is a bit nice at probably for a shot of vodka perhaps, but Midori should stay down.
Aaron's not one to do shots.
We'll start with we decided as well we're going to try and do the shots in the brew review, just to chuck in a little bit extra there.
Yeah, we love adding extra.
It's what the fucking people want, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah.
Midori's pretty good. I really don't think you can hate Midori.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's fine. You know what I mean? Like
Midori's Midori.
Yeah.
Probably rate it probably a 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
But no one gives a shit about the Midori. Really, we're going to move on to what we've been drinking today. Today we were drinking Hollandia. It's an imported beer from, you guessed it, Holland. We all know the Dutch are really good at making beer. You think the Dutch, you think beer. Isn't that right, Alex? No? Yeah, I'd agree. No, you would not expect...
comment on that.
You would not expect the Dutch to be making beer. Maybe the Germans, but not the Dutch. But it's pretty good.
Last week.
It's pretty good. It is, however, we noticed...
funny story. So you may remember, you check out 2 episodes ago when we reviewed Bluey. We absolutely dunked on Bluey.
Yeah.
And we dunked on Pinnacle Drinks. The following week was then when we reviewed the German beer, which was also produced by Pinnacle Drinks, where we redeemed them because it was actually a very good drop.
Yeah.
We now come to Hollandia, I'm saying that correctly, which is a Holland imported beer.
It is, who would it be imported by other than Pinnacle Drinks?
It is imported again by Pinnacle Drinks.
I'm starting to now feel like we're in the fucking A Christmas Carol movie where the ghosts are haunting Scrooge, and the ghost that haunts us is Pinnacle Drinks.
But I do have to also admit, this is not a bad drop.
No.
They're clearly good at importing beers. Clearly, maybe potentially not
Something
so good
that's
at making beers that are Australian.
No, something that's worth specifying is that typically how we pick these drinks is that we go to our local bottle shop and we pick what's on special.
Find that yellow tag.
So again, we picked what was on special, and for the price we paid for it, this is actually pretty fucking good. Cannot complain. It's another good drop. Again, I'd probably rate it up there with what we rated last week's. Would you like to remind us with what we rated last week's drink?
I cannot remember.
I can't remember either. That's why I threw it over to you. It was pretty high. I'd rate this pretty high too. Definitely higher than Bluey. It seems like you said, Pinnacle Drinks, they do really well when they're just shipping shit here, not when they're making it themselves.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll try another Pinnacle drink that's an Australian beer. But
yeah, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't do that. How would you rate this?
I'd give this a flat. I'd give this a 5.1.
5.1 out of 6. Holy shit! I wouldn't give it a 5.1.
I think this is actually it's a really well leveled beer for its intensity. It's a 1.2, so it's a 4.7% alcohol percentage. So it's not beer, like it's not crazy, but it's also not nothing either. And I think it's got a good balance of flavors, and I think it's okay. I think it's a 5.1.
I don't think it's a 5.1. I don't know what you're smoking. I'd probably rate it like a 4.5. Like.
I think it's very clean. Like it's a very refreshing. Oh no, I wouldn't say refreshing. Very clear.
Would you pick this? Let's say that you're at your local bottle shop, and this was the same price as a carton of Great Northerns or Tooheys New. Would you pick this?
I'd pick it above Great Northern.
You're a fucking weirdo though, so maybe Great
Northern's overrated.
Why do you not like Great Northern? Anywho, that's a
boring
discussion for another day.
But no, I actually do think this is quite good. I think
it's good, but yeah, I rated it a 4.5 out of 6. I just wouldn't pick it over the shit that I already like.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with my result.
Yeah.
What about the Midori?
I already rated that a 4 out of 6. It's a spirit.
4 out of 6.
So a spirit will never really rate anything too high in my book. I hit the spirits too hard in my youth.
Yeah.
So they've burnt an impression on me now. I don't like doing shots. If I mix it with something, then... But the thing is, though, if you got to mix it with something, then it's not a fucking good spirit to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, you got to enjoy the spirit for what it is.
Yeah, I don't think a shot is a good tell.
And for me at least, I'm not a fan of spirits. You like your spirits, so one day we probably will bring in some of the spirits at least that you like, because you'll probably rate them.
Yeah.
But for me, any spirit that I have will never compare to beer, because I prefer drinking beer over spirits. Because if you got to mix something with something,
we
then
get
it's
it.
shit. Anyway.
Look, as I kind of mentioned the other week, we do like to put in quite a bit of effort into these podcasts. I know while we're obviously still quite new to the process, we're still learning a lot, but what we try to do is, engage with our audience and make sure that if you have any feedback, then tell us what we're doing right, tell us what we're doing wrong. And we've noted a few things in our comments and everything that we've kind of been changing. I mean, if you look at this week's episode versus our first episode we ever released, there's a lot that's been changed. But I suppose at the moment, considering we're such a small channel, we really want to take this to the next level, and we want to be able to enable ourselves to be able to continue to grow, implement new systems, new processes, and everything as such. So as a result, we have created ourselves a Patreon. And while it's in its infancy, it's still a massive channel for us, right? So if you have anything that you would like to suggest or support us on, that'd be fantastic. We've got a few different benefits associated with the Patreon program, which you can have a check out when you have a look at the website itself. But we appreciate any feedback, both on Patreon, but also from a YouTube perspective as well. We've got our vlogs, we've got our gaming, we've got our shorts channel, but also we have our socials too. So check us out on all fronts. If you like gaming, we've got enough content for you, trust me. If you like vlogs, we got that too. If you like short, sweet content, we got that. Don't worry about it. But this brings us to this week's episode of the Six Pack Podcast. We reviewed
the episode of this week's podcast, huh?
We reviewed and drank quite a few of these beers, which clearly are having an effect on me. But we reviewed Hollandia. And I also have a stutter, so that doesn't help. But yeah, we reviewed Hollandia, and I think I had fun. I had fun with this episode.
It was a good episode.
I hope you did too.
Hope you did too. So yeah, please subscribe if you enjoyed it. Please check out our other socials, which will be linked.
Yep,
to the thing.
in the description. Yeah, let us know. Thanks for watching this episode, and we'll catch you next week.
Goodbye. Thanks, legends.